Deep in the heart of Central and South America, a special kind of forest exists. These are the homes of the Potoo. Imagine for a moment, a world filled with towering trees. Their branches create this thick green ceiling, known as a canopy. Sunlight struggles to reach the forest floor, and it creates these shifting patterns of light and shadow below. The air is thick and humid, buzzing with the sounds of countless insects. Brightly colored frogs cling to wet leaves, and monkeys call to each other from high above. This vibrant living world is exactly where you'll find one of nature's most bizarre and wonderful creatures. It's a place teeming with life, where every plant and animal has a role to play in a complex, beautiful ecosystem. These forests, well, they're ancient places, full of secrets. During the day, they're alive with a symphony of sounds. But as the sun begins to set, a different kind of magic takes over. The daytime animals grow quiet and find places to rest. The night shift begins. Strange and wonderful creatures start to wake up. The air cools down and the sounds change completely. The low hum of cicadas is replaced by the chirping of crickets and the calls of nocturnal hunters. This is the Potoo's world. It's a mysterious realm where darkness hides as much as it reveals. The Potoo is perfectly suited for this shadowy kingdom, a true master of the night. Living here requires special skills. You have to be able to find food in the dark, and you also need to avoid becoming food yourself. The Potoo has perfected the art of survival in this challenging environment. It doesn't build a nest like other birds. It doesn't need a fancy home. Instead, it uses the forest itself as its shelter and its hiding place. The trees are its castle, and the night is its cloak. The Potoo understands the rhythm of the jungle better than almost any other creature. It knows when to be perfectly still, and when to spring into action. It is a silent observer, watching the world from its perch. This incredible habitat is not just a collection of trees and animals, it is a delicate web of life. Every single part is connected. The Potoo depends on the tall trees for safety and the insects for food. The forest, in turn, benefits from the Potoo. These birds help keep the insect population in balance. They are a vital piece of the puzzle. When you walk through these forests, you can feel the energy. You sense that you are in the presence of something ancient and powerful. And somewhere, hiding in plain sight, the Potoo is there, a silent guardian of this wild and wonderful world. The Potoo is one of nature's greatest camouflage artists. It is a true master of disguise. If you were walking through the forest, you could look directly at a Potoo and not even see it. Its feathers are a perfect mix of gray, brown, and black. These colors are mottled and streaked just like the bark of a tree. This isn't just a coincidence. This incredible pattern allows the bird to blend in perfectly with its surroundings. It finds a broken tree branch or a stump. Then it sits completely still. It pulls its body upright, points its beak to the sky, and closes its eyes. It looks exactly like a part of the tree. It's an amazing trick. Now let's talk about that face. It is one of the most unique faces in the entire animal kingdom. The Potoo has enormous eyes. They are a bright, shocking yellow or a deep, dark brown. These huge eyes are essential for a creature of the night. They can gather every last bit of available light, allowing the Potoo to see clearly in near total darkness. This helps it spot tasty moths and beetles flying by. But what happens during the day when it's trying to hide? The Potoo keeps its eyes closed, but it has tiny magical slits in its eyelids. These slits allow it to peek out and watch for danger without ever moving or opening its eyes wide. The Potoo's mouth is another incredible feature. When its beak is closed, it looks very small and delicate. You would never guess what it is hiding. But when the Potoo opens its mouth to catch an insect, it is gigantic. The mouth stretches incredibly wide from one side of its face to the other. It's like a huge net. This giant gape allows the Potoo to easily scoop insects right out of the air. It doesn't have to be precise. It just has to open wide as it swoops through the night sky. This combination of a tiny beak and a massive mouth makes the Potoo look both comical and incredibly effective as a hunter. All these features work together to create a bird that is perfectly adapted to its life. Its camouflage keeps it safe from predators like hawks and snakes during the day. Its giant eyes and wide mouth make it a super efficient hunter at night. The Potoo doesn't need to be fast or strong. It relies on stealth and surprise. It is a patient creature, a true testament to the power of evolution. It found a unique way to survive and thrive in the competitive world of the jungle. It is a living, breathing piece of natural art, hiding in plain sight for all of us to marvel at. When the sun is high in the sky, the jungle is a busy place. But the Potoo is the opposite of busy. It is a statue. During the day, its main job is to do absolutely nothing. It stays completely frozen on its perch, often for hours at a time. It trusts its camouflage completely. It will sit so still that other animals, like lizards or even other birds, might land on it without realizing it's a living creature. This stillness is its best defense. By pretending to be a broken branch, the Potoo becomes invisible to daytime predators. It conserves all its energy, waiting for the safety of darkness to return. As dusk settles over the forest, a change happens. The Potoo begins to stir. The world is transforming, and so is the bird. As the last rays of sunlight fade, its enormous eyes open wide, glowing like two yellow moons. It is now in its element. The night is its kingdom. The Potoo becomes an active hunter. It doesn't chase its prey over long distances. Instead, it practices a technique called sallying. It sits patiently on its perch, watching and waiting. When an unsuspecting beetle, moth, or other flying insect passes by, the Potoo springs into action. It swoops out, snaps the bug up in its huge mouth, and returns to the exact same spot. This is when the forest fills with one of its most famous sounds. The Potoo has a very distinctive call. It is not a cheerful chirp or a beautiful song. Instead, it is a haunting, sorrowful sound. People often describe the call of the common Potoo as a series of descending, mournful notes. Pour me one. It sounds like a sad ghost crying out in the darkness. This strange and melancholy call echoes through the jungle, adding to the mysterious atmosphere of the night. It's a sound that can send a shiver down your spine if you don't know what it is. But for those who know, it is simply the sound of the Potoo announcing its presence. The Potoo's entire life is a story of two halves. There is the Potoo of the day, a silent, motionless statue, a master of disguise. And there is the Potoo of the night, an alert hunter with giant eyes, a ghostly voice calling through the trees. This dual existence is what makes the Potoo so fascinating. It has perfectly mastered both worlds. It knows how to disappear in the light and how to rule the dark. This rhythm of life, switching from absolute stillness to active hunting, is the secret to its survival. It is a bird that lives on the edge of day and night, a true creature of the twilight. Across Central and South America, where the Potoo makes its home, people have told stories about this bird for centuries. Its strange appearance and haunting call have made it a star in local folklore. In many cultures, the Potoo is seen as a creature of mystery and magic, often connected to the spirit world. Its sad, human-like cry has led to many legends. One common story tells of a grieving mother or a heartbroken lover who was transformed into a Potoo. Their sorrowful cries are said to echo through the night as they search for what they have lost. These tales give the bird a deep, emotional connection to the people who share its home. Because of its ghostly call and nocturnal habits, some people believe the Potoo is a bad omen. They might see it as a messenger from the underworld or a spirit that brings misfortune. Its ability to appear and disappear, thanks to its camouflage, adds to this supernatural reputation. Imagine walking through the forest at night and hearing that chilling "pour me one" call right above your head. It's easy to see why some might feel a sense of fear or unease. In these tales, the Potoo is a mysterious guardian of the night, a creature that watches over the world of shadows and secrets. It represents the unknown and the things we cannot easily explain. However, not all beliefs about the Potoo are scary. In other traditions, it is seen in a much more positive light. Some indigenous groups view the Potoo as a wise old spirit of the forest. Its stillness is seen as a sign of patience and wisdom. It is a silent watcher, a guardian that protects the jungle. Shamans might look to the Potoo as a source of spiritual power or knowledge. They believe the bird's ability to see in the dark gives it a special connection to the hidden truths of the world. In these stories, the Potoo is not a creature to be feared, but one to be respected and admired for its unique gifts. These stories, whether they paint the Potoo as a sorrowful ghost or a wise guardian, show how deeply this bird has captured the human imagination. It is more than just an animal, it is a symbol. It represents the mystery of the jungle, the line between the living and the spirit world, and the deep emotions of love and loss. The Potoo's cultural significance is just as important as its biological role. These legends ensure that the bird will never be forgotten. They weave the Potoo into the very fabric of the forest's history, making it a legendary creature as well as a living one. So, is the Potoo strange or is it cute? The answer is both. That's what makes it so special. When you first see a photo of a Potoo, you might laugh. Its huge, googly eyes and wide, cartoonish mouth can look very funny. It has an expression that seems permanently surprised. This goofy appearance has made the Potoo an internet sensation. People share pictures of it, calling it one of the most endearingly weird birds in the world. Its awkward-looking posture when it tries to look like a branch only adds to its charm. It's an oddball, and people love it for that. It reminds us that nature has a great sense of humor, but the Potoo is also a creature of incredible natural importance. It plays a vital role in keeping its forest home healthy. As a nocturnal insectivore, the Potoo eats a huge number of insects every single night. This includes moths, beetles, and other bugs that could otherwise harm trees and plants if their populations grew too large. The Potoo is a natural form of pest control. It helps maintain the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Without predators like the Potoo, the insect world could get out of control, which would have a negative impact on the entire forest. Every Potoo is a tiny feathered janitor of the jungle. Unfortunately, these amazing birds face serious threats. Their biggest challenge is habitat loss. The beautiful forests where they live are being cut down for farming, logging, and urban development. When the trees disappear, the Potoos lose their homes, their hunting grounds, and their hiding places. They cannot survive without their specific forest environment. Climate change also poses a risk, as it can affect the insect populations that Potoos rely on for food. Protecting Potoos means we must protect the forests. We need to support conservation efforts that preserve these vital habitats for all the creatures that live there. The world would be a much less interesting place without the Potoo. It is a perfect example of nature's creativity and weirdness. It is a bird that can look like a tree, has eyes that see in the dark, and sings a song of sorrow. It is both hilarious and haunting, a creature of folklore and a key part of its ecosystem. We need to celebrate the Potoo for its uniqueness. By learning about this bird and sharing its story, we can help raise awareness for its protection. The Potoo is a true natural treasure, a wonderful oddball that reminds us just how magical and surprising the animal kingdom can be.